Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Checking in on YELP GWPH PCLN NVDA TSLA daily weekly time frame. So the YELP bulls are continuing. They close strong and they are seeing this higher low and higher high pattern continue as well. So 34.64 is new resistance. We're looking up at 35.03 as the next level. And again, as long as this higher low and higher high pattern continues to play out, the bulls will keep control. So keep an eye out for either a break of 33.94 or the inability to break 34.64. But with the close up at the high of the day, the bulls do have momentum. And the fact that it's the exact opposite is what the S&P 500 saw with a close near the low of the day, that does give the bulls some confidence. So we are riding right up this upper Bollinger Band, and we aren't really consolidating in any way, shape, or form. So slow and steady, the bulls will certainly take that at this point. Weekly resistance is up at 34.82, the 50-week moving average. So 34.82 is going to be the first resistance to watch, and then comes 35.03 to try and break this other lower high that has formed. If we get over 35.03, that's a very significant break because that breaks to the highest price that we've seen in the past 6+ weeks. And really, there's this gap to be watching up here at 40.76, and that would be a longer-term goal for these bulls. They're going to have to establish higher lows and higher highs to make it up that significant of a move from where we currently stand. But this is pretty much better than the bulls could have hoped for on this initial bounce. So we'll see if we can continue this higher low, higher high pattern. So far, so good. GWPH, bulls finally showing up. Getting over the middle Bollinger Band for the first time in a long time. 100-day moving average resistance has rejected the price a couple times now. That's up at 120 on the dot. So here on the weekly time frame, the middle Bollinger Band is 120.19. We have a bullish reversal candlestick on the weekly time frame now. We have to close above 120.19 to be looking good heading into next week above that middle Bollinger Band resistance with the momentum favoring the bulls. 120.37 is a resistance level, as is 123.34 and 123.33. Those are the next levels if we can get over this mid 120 resistance. So an attempt here to turn things around for the bulls need further follow through before the end of this week, ideally over 120.19. PCLN consolidating. We did get a break of key support, and it was a double low down at 1795.31, but a very bullish reaction, not seeing any of the weakness at the end of the day that the S&P 500 saw. This is a bull flag. This is ideal consolidation at this point. A couple-day breakout and a pullback that's normal, contained, and has bulls buying the dip with some lower wicks, and a close at the high of the day shows that momentum. So tomorrow, the upper Bollinger Band is going to be at the all-time high, and we're going to be looking for a new all-time high. We just need a couple dollars to the upside here. $4, and we have a new all-time high, and that momentum is certainly favoring the bulls heading into tomorrow. The weekly chart, extremely strong. We had a different shaped bull flag, but a similar pattern with healthy consolidation before continuation. So keep an eye on these bulls, especially any little upside we see on the S&P 500. Although that momentum was to the downside at the end of the day, if we do see a little bit of upside, PCLN bulls should see some ease getting to that new all-time high with the way that we ended the day today. NVDA, bearish reversal candlestick, a red Marubozu, profit taking from the high. We did get a break of the high of the day of 105.33 by 6 cents. That's not convincing, and then we saw the bears start to take over, and then we got a loss of the hourly 20-period support, which was further indication that the bears were taking over for the short term. Close at the low of the day, so the support, we have a bunch of moving average supports here. We've got the 100-day, the 50-day, the middle Bollinger Band. They're all between 101.87 and 103.23. So essentially all within a $2.50 range, or make that a $1.50 range, looking at all those supports. So there is plenty of support here. There is a gap at 101.79. We have plenty of targets to be looking at. Keeping an eye on volume. Bears want to see decreasing volume today and a new higher low established. We're going to be keeping an eye on this higher low because there is still this gap up here at 107.42. So I will be scouting a bullish entry on NVDA once I see sufficient consolidation and once I'm confident that the bulls have put in a new base of support. We do have the middle Bollinger Band weekly resistance of 104.81, and we are rejecting from that level right now. So a bullish reversal candlestick last week, trying to confirm it this week. But if we do see some more pullback before the end of this week, it is not going to be convincing confirmation at all. So the bulls need to be weary of this weekly middle Bollinger Band resistance. This is the first back test of it since we have lost that support level, and it's currently not going well for the bulls, although 2 trading days left to go. Tesla, new all-time high today, but weakness, consolidation, and a close near the low. We've got our first level of support at 305.86, and then the next level is 300. So 305.86 would be ideal for the bulls to hold, but if not, we have plenty of support levels. We built bases 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 higher lows to be watching over the past month. And as we know, coming off of that all-time high, the bulls certainly have a lot of momentum. Weekly time frame, potential bearish reversal doji. We'll see how the next 2 trading days go. But obviously, where we are coming from over the past 7 weeks, bulls are in absolute full control of this trend. On the weekly time frame, we could pull all the way back down. We could pull back $40, $50 and still be extremely strong, just fine here on this weekly time frame. So long-term bulls, nothing to worry about on Tesla. Short-term bulls are watching these higher lows and watching the volume. Any consolidation, we're going to be watching the volume on all of them, and we're going to be checking back in tomorrow as always. See you then.